Sheldon, people have been, sharing a lot of videos on social media ever since that spat between Gambhir and Virat Kohli there. But we've got some more news that Naveen ul Haq, the guy from Afghanistan, is also involved in this.
Who did who?
Naveen ul Haq, the Afghanistan bowler there who took 4 wickets, I think, yesterday or something like that. He's been involved in this as well, and he's been fined 50% of his match fee. So here's how it goes. Apparently, in between overs, around the 16th, 17th over, Kohli had something to say, and Naveen ul Haq said something to him back. And obviously, he got out after that. RCB won the match. We all know the drill, what happened. And then when the handshakes were going around, this is the part where it gets interesting, Sheldon. When the handshakes were going around, Kohli goes up to Naveen ul Haq and says, "Hey mate, probably well played.
Yeah, good bowling.
Like,
Good bowling. Yeah.
Like typical Kohli stuff." And
What a
Naveen,
spell.
yeah, and Naveen had something to say back to him, and that's when Virat ignored it and he walked past, finished the handshakes. He goes to everyone else. He goes to see his Faf, and then he turns back and he can hear, I think, Naveen still saying something about himself, and he sees Gautam Gambhir then come and pull Naveen aside, right? Gautam Gambhir almost comes and pulls, no, I think it was Mayers. So Kyle Mayers was speaking to Virat Kohli on the side. And then Gautam Gambhir storms off and interrupts the conversation and just pulls Mayers aside. And it almost looked like Mayers was having a nice conversation with Kohli. And you could see Mayers and Kohli were really close, with each other. They're just talking. And then Gautam, being Gautam, just comes and just pulls him out aside and almost like interrupting the conversation. And we all know the thing, Sheldon, with Virat is you never interrupt a conversation. And not only with Virat, with anyone, basic manner says that you don't interrupt the conversation. But like we mentioned also, Sheldon, in our video, that this goes way back, right? And Gautam Gambhir has not got it right this time around as well. And man, that was some crazy, insane shit there. And you could see Gautam Gambhir pulled Naveen also aside, and he was taking up. Okay, he was taking up for Naveen. I get it. He's a coach, but being a coach, you don't act like a dick, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're not a player. This doesn't involve you. Like, do you see any other coach doing that, Dil? Like, it's so unnecessary. Okay, what happens on the field happens. First of all, what Gambhir did in Bangalore when he shushed the crowd, that was wrong. And I didn't see any other Bangalore player getting huffed up like any Lucknow player did yesterday. Okay, yeah, Kohli and him had a little talk in Chinnaswamy, but that was nothing big. You didn't see Faf coming in there and throwing stuff or, pulling him aside. I don't know why yesterday so many players, and Naveen, man, you're a new kid, just like chill out at the side or, drink some juice if you want. Like, what are you doing getting involved there? Like, it was so unnecessary, I feel. And Kohli wasn't even shushing the crowd yesterday. He was telling the crowd this is not, not the thing to do, basically. Similar to what he did, I think, back in 2019 when he told the crowd, don't boo Steven Smith. When they were booing him, he did a similar thing back then. That's what he was doing. Yes, he wasn't even telling them to shush. He wasn't doing an idiot move like Gautam Gambhir did. Like, he was doing the opposite. And Naveen, I think even when he was batting, there were a few words being spread between both of them as well. And okay, maybe they thought Kohli was too aggressive, but I mean, that's how he gets motivated. And I know people say Kohli's too aggressive, but I don't feel Kohli did anything wrong yesterday. Honestly, I know. Okay, there are times when maybe he crosses the line. Maybe when he's screaming into the stump mic. I disagree with that sometimes. But yesterday, I feel he was sticking up for his team. He was fighting. He was giving his all, defending a low target. And honestly, after the game, there was no reason for Lucknow to behave like that. I felt, whether it was Naveen or Gambhir, it felt like Gambhir was just waiting for something to be said, just so he can go and fight with Kohli. Right? Like, it didn't have to be anything big, but he was just looking for a reason to go fight with Kohli. And again, that started, and then both of them, obviously are not best of friends, Dilla. Then once that starts, that's just pure box office, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, Sheldon. It was so nice to watch. I mean, it's not nice to watch, but it was interesting, for all of us to watch these two guys go at each other. Because, like you said, Kohli wasn't asking the crowd to keep quiet. He basically meant that I would never do something like that, and he did it like shush, no, never. And he said continue to cheer for RCB, and he also said that in one of the videos where RCB put up on their YouTube page, and he said that if you can't take it, then don't give it. And he also said that people were behind us just shows how much they like the team and everything like that. And at one point, it felt like they were playing at the Chinnaswamy, right? But you're right, Sharid. You touched everything, right? There, you don't see any other coaches coming out and doing such a thing. And Gambhir and Kohli, yes, they have a history, like we mentioned earlier, but this shouldn't have gone this far as well. It should have been just, left where it was. And you almost felt like Gambhir was just waiting for things to happen and probably, take a dig at Kohli. And I don't know what was said there. Like, Naveen also probably, said some stuff and he felt he was right. But whatever, in the end, Gambhir and Kohli fined 100% of his match fee, and Naveen fined 50%. And as much as they say that cricket's a gentleman's game, I'm like, man, screw that. Sometimes it's nice to see this stuff happen, but easy to say that RCB and Lucknow, they're not going to get that fair play award anytime soon.
Yeah. Dylan, I want to mention another thing. Okay, so they say they fine people because, it brings the game down a bit, or, it brings unwanted eyes. But at the end of yesterday, Dylan, and today, I've probably seen more people talk about the IPL than I have for the last couple of days. I feel like everywhere in the news it was about Kohli, about Gambhir. And I mean, you know what they say, right? No publicity is bad publicity, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like I know they say, oh, they shouldn't encourage this, and I understand for children it's not good. But sometimes us as fans, still, we like to see this. We like to see some passion because ultimately we are not paying or we are not watching to see robots, right? We want to see emotion. You can't see 100 Dhonis on the field, right? That's not possible. You can't see everyone like Faf or everyone, calm and cool. And that's why we love Kohli. That's why so many people love Kohli. Like, because he brings that passion, and that's how he pumps himself up as well. And I know they find them, and I think that was right. But honestly, I love to see occasionally games like this where it's full on energy.
Absolutely, Sheldon. And just, I don't know if Gautam Gambhir understood the rules when you're with Virat. Especially, there are two rules I seen someone mention that. The first rule is you never mess with the Virat. The second rule is that you don't forget the first rule. So I mean, that's safe to say that I think the other teams are not going to take their chances with Virat there, because like we know, Sheldon, it just gets them more motivated, and then it just goes bad for the other team who put Virat in that thing, in the first place. But thank you so much for watching the video, guys. We thought we'll give you a bit of a snippet there of what happened yesterday. For those who don't know, thank you so much, and we shall see you soon in the next video.